And we're back on Big Board Sports here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. After a week off and to get healthy, most importantly, Connor Fields and Justin Ray were speaking about specifically, but as a team overall, just kind of get your legs back here as we hit the home stretch of the season. We're joined, as we are every Monday morning here on Big Board Sports, by UAlbany Lacrosse head coach Scott Marr. And Scott, what did this week off do for you guys? One, coming off the loss to UMBC, maybe get the minds right, but two, to get the bodies right, knowing that Connor Fields and Justin Ray should be good to go here the rest of the way.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been nice. First of all, good morning. How are you? It would have been nice to play right away, I think, after getting our first loss. It'd be nice to get right back on the horse and play right away. But at the same time, we were and we still a little dinged up. So the week off, I think, really helped us physically. And then mentally too, we kind of got a chance to recharge our battery a little bit here mentally, and we had a really good week of practice, and tried some new things out, did some different stuff for hopefully for a playoff run here, and just try to expand some things a little bit on offense and defense. So just a good overall week, but now we're back to Monday and 2 games this week and ready to go.
Scotty, from somebody who covers the team, I certainly appreciate always your honesty and candor when it comes to the evaluation of your team. And correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like you've never really been fully satisfied where you guys have been offensively this year so far. So when you talk about putting in maybe some new things or trying different things, is it because you feel like there's untapped potential in this team?
Well, I don't know if it's untapped potential. I think we've done a pretty good job of exposing our offensive guys to who they are and what they can do. I think it's more of preparation and being prepared for things that might be done against us, and to us, like UMBC did with the zone. But then also trying to do some things different to teams to kind of mess with their offense a little bit as well. So we tried out a couple different defenses, and we've thrown in a little bit of a wrinkle on offense. But the wrinkle for us is really getting Connor back, and getting ourselves back to full strength on offense and getting Justin back in the lineup too. And what a difference those guys made in practice on Friday. We had a full day of scrimmage in, and they both played the entire practice, and it was just nice to have them back out there. So again, I don't think it's so much of changing what we're doing so much, maybe ironing out a few things, but trying to actually add some wrinkles that we could do on the defensive side of the teams when we play them in the playoffs.
Scotty, it's Roger. I thought I'd pop in on this conversation.
Hey,
how
Roger.
are you? Good morning. Hey, how are you dealing with the weather? Seriously.
It's awful. Today's another day. We're kind of off today. The boys might go out and do some stuff on their own, but we have to take a day off due to the NCAA rules. So, it just stinks. You're waiting for some warmer weather. To go out every day in sweatpants and raincoats and all that kind of stuff, and it just wears on you a little bit. It's been since January, and when you go out on April the 15th or whatever it is, and it's 35 degrees out and sleeting, and it's just it doesn't help the motivation side of things. So we're hopefully looking forward to some good weather here coming up next week. It doesn't look good for this week, but hopefully as we get into the America East tournament and stuff like that, we start to get something better. But it's just one of those things you have to mentally deal with, and the kids have to do the same.
Are you still able to make the progress that you want despite not being able to get out there and with this weather being an issue?
Yeah, we're out there. There's no days we're taking off. We practiced every 5 days last week. We were off this weekend. We gave the kids Saturday and Sunday off, but we have to be out there. We're out there in Worley, whatever it is, and it's funny because this year we haven't traveled. We haven't played indoors much. I think we've only been inside 3 times the whole season. But because the weather hasn't been awful, we haven't had a ton of snow and at inappropriate times, I guess, but. Again, just the fact that it's just dreary out. It's gray and it's raining or it's windy, and again, we play an outdoor sport, so you got to be ready for it every day.
We've buried the lead here a little bit as UAlbany head coach Scott Marr joins us on Big Board Sports on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. You're number one in the all-important NCAA committee rankings, Scotty. The first release of those rankings this past weekend, and you're number one ahead of Maryland, number two, who you, of course, beat earlier this season at their place. What does that ranking mean to you guys?
Well, for one, it puts us in a solid place for being an at-large team, in the event that things don't go well in the tournament. But certainly hoping to win the tournament and be the AQ as well. But, it also bodes well for us getting, a home game and being higher up in the rankings. Being in the top couple would be, something that we would shoot for, to maybe be in that top four to get a good first-round game and put us in a good position. So, again, I think what happens there is Maryland is continuing to win. Syracuse is finding ways to win. Cornell, is winning as well. And then we play Yale this weekend, and they've continued to win. So, we have teams in our schedule like a UMass who's in the top 20 now. They're 7-4, I think, or something like that. So, or 8-4. They've won 7 in a row. Vermont was in the top 20. So, it really helps that our competition is doing well at the same time. So, again, the better that number can be, and the higher we are in that NCAA ranking, the better off we're going to be, I think, when it comes time for selection.
Well, Scotty, I think I'm seeing you bright and early Wednesday morning. Is that true?
Yes, at the PAL function.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal organization. Lenny Recruity runs it, and IMC that breakfast, 7:45 a.m. Wednesday morning, and I do have written down that you are the keynote speaker this year.
I am, and looking forward to what's on the menu. Is it just for regular breakfast?
Get ready for some ham, eggs, all that good stuff that you want to throw in there. And we're at the Albany Marriott, so it's going to be done up right.
There you go. Yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you.
All right, have a great day. Thanks.
You too.